So we're going to start standing this morning. So look down at your feet and spread the toes nice and widely on the mat. And stand up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders, the neck. And you can bring your eyes to a gentle close. Just taking a moment to arrive on your mat. And together we'll take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale, filling up the lungs, and exhale, letting everything go. One more deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Just taking a moment here to relax and center yourselves before you start your day. Just checking in to see how you're feeling, both physically and emotionally, without attaching any stories to it, just observing. And then we'll gently flicker the eyes open. And we'll start taking a few movements which are probably not strictly yoga, conventional yoga movements, but I think they're important to start to bring awareness to our body. So we'll inhale and bring the right hand out in front of us. And what we'll do with our left hand, we'll start tapping that right arm, starting from the top and working your way down without letting any area untapped. So quite vigorously tapping. Don't forget the elbow, don't forget the wrist, and just feeling into the different textures. Perhaps some parts are softer, some might be harder. And once you've tapped everything, we'll start rubbing the arm up and down, just as if you were washing it with soap. Give it a nice rub. Don't forget any areas. And then we'll bring the arms back by our sides. Gently close the eyes for a moment and notice any difference between your right and left. Does one side feel more alive than the other? Again, just observing. And we'll flutter the eyes open and we'll take it over to the other side. So this time with our left arm, we'll start tapping again. Starting from the top and working your way down. Remember the underneath of the arm as well. And then we'll rub. bring the arms back down by your sides and close your eyes for a moment just to check in and observe any difference between left and right, and perhaps noticing any difference to how your arms feel now compared to what they did at the start of the practice a few moments ago. Flutter your eyes open again, and this time we'll step our right leg in front of us and we'll do the same. So starting from the top, we'll tap our leg, both hands. Don't forget the knee, the ankle, and then we'll rub. And then gently come back to center. We'll place the foot back where it was, closing the eyes gently, and again noticing any difference between right and left. And finally we'll open the eyes one more time and we'll start tapping that left leg, bringing it in front of us. And then we'll rub up and down a few times. And then we'll bring that leg back in. Close your eyes and now notice how your forelimbs are feeling. Any sensations? Notice whether you can feel the energy starting to move through your forelimbs. And again, noticing how they feel now compared to what they felt when we first started our practice. And we'll gently open the eyes and we'll start taking a few movements with the arms. So we'll inhale, bring the arms out in front of you. Exhale, we'll point the fingers down towards the ground. Inhale, fingers pointing up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Just taking a few more like this. Waking up the wrists and the arms. Then we'll bring the hands back to center. We'll bring the palms to face each other. And then we'll inhale. The fingers open up towards the side. Exhale, they come to face each other. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Just like swinging doors. Taking a few more like this, waking up the muscles in the arm. And then finally we'll inhale, we'll bring the arms wide, palms facing up. Exhale, turn the palms to face the ground. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And then we'll release. And just gently shake off the arms and the legs. Then we'll come to stand again. Feet will be at hip distance apart. We'll interlace the fingers. Inhale and sweep those arms up overhead. Reaching, reaching. Then we'll inhale and on an exhale we'll drop over towards the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, over to the left. stretching the side body. Inhale up, exhale over to the right. Inhale up, exhale over to the left. Inhale, come back up, and the next time we go, we'll drop over to the right, but we'll take a circle. So we'll inhale, exhale over to the right, and then we'll bend the knees, come forward, and inhale, come back up to center. One more time like this. Inhale, exhale, dropping forward, drawing a circle, inhaling, back up. And then we'll take it to the other side. So inhale, exhale over to the left, drawing a nice circle, inhale, coming back up, exhale, inhale. And then we'll reach our arms, really stretch the sides of the body, and then we'll release the fingers from their interlace, and on an exhale we'll just fold forward. Inhale, come back up, exhale, drop. Inhale, come back up, exhale, drop. Inhale, come back up, and the next time we come down, we'll stay there. And we'll just stay here for a moment in our forward fold. We can grab hold of opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. Knees can be nice and bent. Just letting go of your head, your neck, relaxing the whole upper body. Lovely. And then if you have the hold of the elbows, we'll release and we'll place the hands either on the mat or on our shins, wherever is most accessible. And then we'll start bending one knee and then the other. Very gently, almost as if you were walking on the spot, but without moving your feet. Really working into lengthening and stretching the hamstrings. Lovely. And then the next time you lengthen your right leg, we'll place the left hand to the outside of the right shin, and inhale, sweep the right arm all the way up. And your gaze can either be up towards your fingertips or towards the side, whatever's more accessible to you. And we're here in our twist, really feeling that lovely stretch all through the right leg. And then we'll gently bring the arm down. And we'll take it over to the other side. So we'll lengthen the left leg now. Place the right hand to the outside of the left shin. And then we'll gently peel the left arm up towards the ceiling, gazing at the left fingertips or to the side. And the right leg is nice and bent. And then we'll release, come down, and then slowly we'll start rolling back up to standing, vertebra by vertebra, very slowly. And the very last thing to come up will be our head. And when you get there, can bring your eyes to a gentle close or just softly gaze. And take a moment to readjust to being upright. Lovely. And then we'll come to stand at the top of our mats, feet hip distance apart, and we'll do a small sun salute just to welcome our day. So we'll root through the feet, we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Pick up the right foot and send it back behind you, dropping the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, we'll frame the front foot, pick up the back knee and step the left foot back into plank. We'll take a few breaths here in our plank, a nice long line of energy from the crown of the head to the heels. We'll drop the knees, untuck the toes and come down to the mat with control, thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Press into the tops of the feet, press into the hands, and on an inhale we'll gently peel up our forehead and our chest off the mat, coming into our low cobra. Exhale, we'll come back down, tuck the toes, press into the hands and come up through all fours, and then picking up the knees, come up into your downward facing dog. As this is your first dog of the day, you can keep the knees nice and bent, nice micro bend in the elbows. Head hanging loose. And breathe here. Then we'll inhale, sweep the right leg up behind you. And on an exhale, we'll bend the knee and bring that right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Exhale, we'll frame the front foot, pick up the back knee and step the back foot to meet the front foot. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, we'll bring the prayer down to heart center. And just close your eyes for a moment. Just reconnect with your breath. Being aware of the sensations in the body. And then we'll gently flutter the eyes open, and we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll sweep the arms up on an inhale, gazing at the fingertips. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pick up the left foot and send it back behind you, dropping the left knee, and then we'll inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, low lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot, pick up the back knee and step back to plank. Taking a few breaths here in your plank, being nice and buoyant. And drop the knees, untuck the toes, and come down to the mat with control. Thighs, belly, chest, forehead. Press into the tops of the toes, press into the hands, and on an inhale, we'll peel our forehead and our chest off the mat. Low cobra. Exhale, coming back down. Tuck the toes, press into the palms, coming up through tabletop, and then your downward facing dog. And here in your dog, you can also walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other, which will release the hamstrings and also stretch out the balls of the feet. And we'll come to stillness. Inhale, bring the left leg up behind you, and then sweep that left foot in between the hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Low lunge. Exhale, we'll frame the front foot. Pick up the back knee and step the right foot to meet the left. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gazing at the fingertips, and then we'll bring the prayer down to heart center. One last time, we'll bend the knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, forward fold. And then we'll step back the feet to come into our dog just for a moment. And then we'll drop the knees to the mat nice and wide. Bring the toes to touch. Sit your seat on your heels and come down into your extended child's pose. Bringing your forehead to the mat. Arms along. Just taking a moment here to rest, reconnect with your breath, and perhaps setting a little intention for the day ahead of you. Then we'll gently start walking the hands back towards the knees, coming back into an upright position. We'll bring the knees together so that we're in a comfortable kneeling position. We'll inhale the arms wide, exhale, bring them back in with the fists touching each other. Inhale, and on an exhale, we'll twist over towards the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, twisting over to the left. And then we'll come back to center. We'll release the hands. Sit to one side and bring your feet out in front of you. Knees are bent. Prop yourselves on your hands. They can be behind you. And we'll take a few windscreen wipers with our knees. So dropping the knees over from side to side, just to release the legs, release the hips. Lovely. And then we'll come back to stillness. Check that you have enough space on your mat to lower down. And with control, we'll just come to lie down on our mats. And when you get there, you can hug your knees into the chest and take a few circles with your ankles, just to loosen up your joints. So circles in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Lovely. Then we'll place the arms by our sides and we'll gently lengthen both legs up towards the ceiling, and the legs will be together as if they were one big leg. We'll be pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, and we'll imagine that this leg is like a pen and we're trying to draw circles with it on the ceiling. So we'll start small, drawing small circles, and then you can start growing wider and wider. So the larger the circles, the more work it will be on your abs. So up to you how far you want to go and how much work you want to do. So either keep the circles small or make them progressively wider and wider. And then we'll come to stillness and we'll take the circles in the opposite direction. So again, you can start small and then wider and wider. And then gently come to stillness. We'll bend the knees, bring them back into our chest, hug our shins for a moment, and then we'll place the right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee, and we'll start drawing large circles with our knees. So opening the knees wide and then bringing them back together, so that we're loosening the hip joints here. Take it slowly. And then we'll take circles in the opposite direction. Lovely. Then we'll come to stillness. We'll bring our hands by our sides on the mat, put our feet on the mat, but then we'll bring the soles of the feet to touch, and we'll let the knees gently open towards the side. So your legs will be in a kind of diamond shape. And we'll just let gravity do its work here, and as the knees flop to the side, it will gently work on stretching our groins and our hips. If the stretch is too intense, you can move the feet further away from you. So just find a place that feels good for you. And you can gently close the eyes. And then for the last few moments, you can still keep your eyes closed, but lengthen your legs gently out on the mat, feet flopping to the sides, palms facing up. Just taking a few more breaths here in your Shavasana. Taking a moment to relax before your day starts. Start bringing some gentle movement back into the body, moving your toes, your fingers. You can stretch your arms, stretch your legs, almost as if you were waking up for the first time this morning. And we'll bring the knees into the chest. We can roll over towards the right, and then placing the left hand on the ground and helping yourselves with your left leg as well. We'll slowly roll back up to a comfortable seated position. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up, welcoming this new day, bringing the hands into prayer and bringing the prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind words. And we'll bow together and seal the practice.